Does Enzo Maresca actually have Arne Slot's number? Since 2014, this is the first time where Chelsea have won back-to-back games against Liverpool. And actually, it looks like Maresca may have found a way of actually dealing with Arne Slot's Liverpool. How is Maresca actually doing this? So, looking at Chelsea's fixture head-to-head list with Liverpool, you realize that since Maresca came, he has only lost one out of the three games against Liverpool. And even in that game where he lost, Slot in particular singled out that Chelsea was the toughest game that Liverpool faced the entire season. I'm not the one who said this, Slot said this. But Liverpool managed to win narrowly. So, what does Maresca actually do that whenever he faces Liverpool, both at Stamford Bridge and at Anfield, Chelsea actually come out as the stronger team? Chelsea come as the team that is so powerful that Liverpool, who are the champions and who are actually in the title race, look bang average against Chelsea. It can all be summarized with this structure. This is Chelsea's structure away at Liverpool last season. And what do you notice? You notice that overload in that midfield. Look at that overload that Maresca has created in that midfield, where Chelsea are outnumbering Liverpool with as many as 5 players in that midfield. And Liverpool are struggling to actually stop Chelsea from building up. If you're new in this channel, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's delve into it. Now, the way Maresca actually sets his team up is what actually creates problems for Liverpool. And the way he used Gusto, remember the first game against Liverpool, he used Gusto in midfield. And the same thing he did this season. Now, this was Liverpool's Slot versus Maresca round 1. And you can see throughout the game, Chelsea had the better XG. It's just that Chelsea did not capitalize on their chances. So that means that even when it comes to domination, Chelsea did it. Now, Maresca understood that Liverpool like to defend with a 4-4, and Liverpool's centre-backs are not aggressive when they are looking to press. So they knew that when you use one striker, he will occupy both Liverpool's centre-backs, and that automatically means that in midfield, you'll have space. So the way Maresca creates this space when he faces Liverpool is the way he's able to manipulate the ball and find, most importantly, Moises Caicedo, who's actually being used, who the Liverpool forward tries to put in his cover shadow. And because he does that, the two Liverpool pivots are spread out and the ball is found in a way where it can be played so that Caicedo can receive the ball at the front. Here, Liverpool are pressing Chelsea in that 4-4. Colwill has the ball, and Colwill looks to find the ball to Gusto, who can play the ball to Moises Caicedo, who actually even assisted in that Jackson's goal. So you can see here Chelsea are looking to build from the back with a back three of Reece James, Tosin, and Colwill. You can see Lavia and Caicedo are in midfield, and you can see the position of Malo Gusto and Cole Palmer. Now, what you need to understand is that Maresca in this game started Gusto as a left winger. And the main aim was, because Colwill was playing, the main aim was to always try and find the extra man in space, because here Reece James wants to play the ball to Lavia, and you can see McAllister is already looking to spring out. So Reece James does not actually play the ball to Lavia. No, he uses that dummy where Gravenberch has been pulled from his position, and he plays a direct ball to Gusto. Now the problem here is that Gusto is the one who receives the ball, and Gusto plays the ball directly to Jadon Sancho. And you can see Chelsea are constantly having a free man in between the lines. And that is where Maresca actually gets the best out of Slot. Now, Slot seems not to have understood the way Chelsea are actually able to create problems for him. Because in that Liverpool game, he said he was even surprised that they won that game because of the way Chelsea constantly kept exposing them. Now, let's look at the recent game. This is Chelsea, and look at the position of Chelsea's players, and look at the position of Liverpool's players. Now, Chelsea are going to have their pivots move ahead of Liverpool's first line of pressure, and this is what is going to create. Now, what is going to create is this structure here, where Liverpool are looking to try and press Chelsea in that 4-4, but Chelsea are looking for a way, in particular, the passing range of Benoit, who is able to pick out Gusto, who is able to draw McAllister, and then once McAllister has been drawn, and Gravenberch is looking to cover Fernandes, Gusto is able to play the ball to Caicedo. Now, Caicedo is the free man in between the lines, because Chelsea always know they have an extra man because of Liverpool centre backs not committing to step out. And the pass from Badiashile was super important in that the way he perfected his angle and he was able to slot that ball to Gusto, and McAllister stepping out to cover Gusto allows the ball to be played back to Caicedo. Here, Benoit has the ball. Benoit is looking to draw Szoboszlai to press him, and Szoboszlai takes the bait and is looking to press him. Now, Szoboszlai is trying to press in an angle where he limits that ball from going to Caicedo, and he actually does that. He's cutting the passing lane directly to Caicedo. And because he's looking to take up this position that stops the ball from actually going to Caicedo, look at Malo Gusto. Gusto is actually seeing this situation here and notices that he can actually step out to receive the ball. So Gusto in this case comes, looks to receive that ball directly from Benoit. And good thing is that Benoit's IQ is so good on the ball because he's able to spot the position that Gusto is occupying. So Benoit chooses to play that ball to Gusto. And then look at Caicedo now. Szoboszlai has gone forward, and look at Caicedo. He's free. So once the ball is played to Gusto, McAllister decides to go and try to press Gusto so that he can win the ball off Malo Gusto. But what happens? Gusto identifies that McAllister is coming, so when immediately Gusto receives the ball, he looks to turn and play the ball to Moises Caicedo. And now McAllister is left in a 2v1 situation. Should I cover Gusto? Should I cover Caicedo? And now, because he chooses to cover Gusto, who continues to make that underlapping run, it positions Caicedo in a position where Caicedo can actually have the ball. And credit goes to Caicedo because other players would look to slip in Gusto, but Caicedo decides to immediately fire that shot and he scores a superb goal over Liverpool. It all starts with that overload in midfield, because without that overload, Chelsea cannot actually find themselves in this situation. So the key that has made Maresca to always have an upper hand over Slot is the position of his midfielders. The way he's able to position his midfielders to actually create that overload against Liverpool. And that is something that Arne Slot's Liverpool have found it difficult to cope whenever they face Chelsea. Now, the question is, did Liverpool face the same struggles? When they faced Arsenal, Arsenal did not have those players in between the lines. And teams will start now to know how to overload Liverpool in that midfield. If you do agree with me, leave your comments in the comment section area below. Once again, thanks for watching. See you in our next video.